Hey y'all, it is Kandi. Today I am going to give you guys 10 carnivore meals that are cheaper than choosing takeout. So stay tuned. So I'm going to give you guys 10 ideas for carnivore meals that are going to be not only cheaper but also a lot more healthier for you than fast food. So first of all, fast food has gone up in price so much. It is absolutely ridiculous now how much these fast food meals cost us. So they're not only costing us our health, they're costing us our pocketbook as well. So these 10 carnivore meals that I'm going to give you are things that I eat on a regular basis, and they're all cheaper, healthier, and way better tasting than fast food. So to get us started, we're just going to give you a couple of statistics. The average Jack in the Box meal is around $13.75 now. And Wendy's used to be one of the best priced fast food options for us back in the day, but they have went up as well. So Wendy's is around $12.41 now for an average meal. And let's say you have a taste for a little bit higher end fast food and you want to go to Five Guys, you're going to pay over $20 for an average meal there. So these carnivore meal ideas that I'm going to give you are much cheaper and tastier than these fast food options. One of my favorite things to eat is pork belly. Now I get pork belly on a regular basis. It's not on sale and I pay $5.97 per pound for pork belly. And let me tell you, I cannot eat a whole pound of pork belly. I'm sure some of us can, but for a pound of pork belly, $5.97. 2 pounds, and that is as much as one of these fast food meals cost, and you can have 2 pounds of pork belly. So that's a great option for you. Another one is bacon and eggs. So bacon, let's say you don't get it on sale, it's $5 and something a pound. Eggs, you're not going to get it on sale, 3 something. For less than $10, you're going to get a dozen eggs and a pound of bacon, and that is more than likely going to last you more than just one meal. So the great news for us carnivores is we want the extra fat. So the fattier the ground beef, the cheaper it is, the better it tastes, and that's better on our budget. So for $5.86 a pound, I get the grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef, and that is the 80/20. Now you can get hamburger much cheaper than that. You can find it on sale at times for $2.99 a pound, 3 something a pound. It's not going to normally be that grass-fed, grass-finished beef, but that's not a necessity. That's just one of my preferences. So if you want to shop the sales and the meat markdowns, you're going to get it for less than that. But for the grass-fed, grass-finished beef, $5.86 a pound at Walmart, and that's a great deal. Another thing that I like to have is turkey burgers. Now, turkey burgers are not high in fat, but you just get the fattiest turkey you can find, and you can always add some butter to it or a slice of cheese if you're allowing yourself some dairy, and you can get average cost of around $3.78 a pound for turkey, ground turkey, and you can make that into turkey burgers, and that's going to be a meal. Much, much cheaper. So for the cost of a Five Guys meal, you can get 5 pounds of ground turkey and have yourself several meals. Another great option is going to be chicken wings. Now, chicken wings are pretty fatty because they're small pieces of meat and it's surrounded by skin. So even though a lot of carnivores don't eat a lot of chicken, I still love chicken. And the good news is the fattier the meat on the chicken, the cheaper it is, just like the hamburger. For chicken wings, right now, it's not on sale. I can go to Walmart and get it for $3.68 a pound. If you have a Sam's Club membership, you can get it for 2 something a pound. So you don't have to have a membership at a club somewhere to find a cheaper price on chicken wings. Just shop the sales. Right now, like I said, it's not even on sale, $3.68 a pound, a couple pounds of chicken wings, and you're gonna be good to go. So sticking with my chicken theme, chicken thighs. I freaking love some chicken thighs. What I do is I put them on a cookie sheet, bake them in the oven at 425 degrees, and I just let them cook until they're crispy. I don't even time it. I just let them cook. And once they are crispy, they are done. And all it needs is some good salt on there, and you are good to go. You don't need all those other seasonings. You don't need to do a deep fat fry on a chicken to get it to taste good. In the oven is a great way to get that crispy skin, and you don't have to fry it, and it's going to be just as good as some fried chicken. Now you can get these chicken thighs on sale a lot of times. I remember we used to get them for 99 cents a pound, but those days are over. So right now those chicken thighs are $1.77 at Walmart, less than $5, and you got yourself a delicious meal. So let's go back to the pork. I love pork steak. And again, the fattier the pork, like pork steak, the cheaper it's gonna be. I remember I used to get that pork steak for 99 cents a pound, and then it went up to $1.99 a pound. I could get it on sale, but now it has gone up even more. So today at Walmart is $4.27 a pound, but it's still a good deal. I love the pork steaks, high in fat. If you can handle pork, get yourself some pork steaks. So good in the air fryer. If you want to barbecue it until that fat gets crispy, you will not be disappointed. And these pork steaks are not going to dry out like those pork loin chops that don't have a lot of fat. These pork steaks are fatty. They're filled with fat. They are delicious. When you get that fat crispy, your tummy's going to be happy. One other great option that I love, especially for a work day when I am busy and I don't want to come home from being gone from the house for 12 hours and cook. So one thing I love is chuck roast. So chuck roast again has gone up in price. You can often find it for $4.99 or $5.99 a pound. Now today at Walmart it's $6.47 a pound, but that is still way cheaper than a fast food meal. You can throw that in the crock pot before you go to work, and by the time you get home, you're going to have yourself a carnivore meal that is delicious. You know what went into it, and it's going to do a world of good for your health versus eating at a fast food restaurant. Okay, one of my favorite things to cook is a tri-tip roast. I freaking love tri-tip. It is so, so good. I will put a link here to the video that I did showing how I cook the tri-tip. It is so easy. Simple meal. You don't have to babysit it. You just throw it in the oven, watch the video, and you can see how I did it. Now, tri-tips, they will go on sale for about $5.99 a pound. They're not always on sale, but they are still a great option. So right now at Walmart, they're $9.42 a pound, which is still cheaper than a fast food meal. And if you want to wait until you see it on sale, which every couple weeks I do see them on sale, I buy a couple of them and freeze them. That way I can get it for $5.99 a pound and have 2 pounds for the price of one fast food meal. Now this last one, a lot of people think is so expensive, but I'm telling you, you can get a ribeye steak for less than the price of a fast food meal. This week at our local grocery store, they're on sale for $8.99 a pound. That is a heck of a deal. I am so sad that the days when they were on sale for $3.99 a pound are over, but you know, what are we going to do? I'm not going to stop eating meat because it goes up in prices, because everything's gone up in prices. If I ban eating meat because of the price hike, I got to ban everything because of the price hike, because everything's jumped. So $8.99 a pound this week. It has the bone in it. Now, when I buy a ribeye steak that has a bone in it, I cut off the bone and I freeze them together, so then I can make just the bones someday and have ribeye steak ribs, and they are to die for. So it's faster to cook without the bone. It's still just as delicious. I love the ribeye. It's going to have the great fat for you. It's the perfect carnivore food. So for $8.99 a pound, that is still way, way cheaper than a meal at Wendy's. So if you feel like you have to have a side with your meat because you are just used to that, try mixing it up and putting 2 different types of meat together. Have a hamburger patty with a couple of chicken wings, and you could have some pork belly with some eggs. You can mix it up however you want. So if you eat a couple of different types of meats, you could have bacon and eggs and a hamburger patty. So if you eat those 3 things right there, you are not going to be hungry, my friend. You will be satiated and you will be full. So do not hesitate to start the carnivore diet because you're afraid it's going to hurt your pocketbook. You got to remember, you're not buying all the snacks. You're not buying all the coffees. You're not buying all the sodas. You're not going to be buying all the other types of drinks. So when you look at the bigger picture and you eliminate all those extra things that we normally consume and drink and eat besides our meat, when you eliminate those and just concentrate on eating meat, you can afford to do the carnivore diet. So do not let me hear y'all complain that eating the carnivore diet is too expensive and then let me catch you ordering DoorDash or ordering Uber Eats or getting Starbucks drinks, because you know that is not true. If you give up those other things, you can afford the carnivore diet. If you wonder how you're going to do it at work, you could bring some hard-boiled eggs. You could bring leftover meat from the day before. I do that quite often, and I eat it cold because I do not like reheated meat. So there is also something called the Hot Logic, and I will put a video link up above to where I talk about the Hot Logic. It is wonderful. I have turned so many people onto that Hot Logic. It will cook your food from raw. You just throw your hamburger in a glass dish and take it in there and cook it when you get to work, and it does wonders. Almost every day I eat a hamburger patty with bacon. I put my food in the container raw, and I just put salt and the bacon on top and put it in my Hot Logic when I get to work, and it will cook it completely in a couple hours, and it is delicious. All these girls at my work that are not doing a carnivore diet have bought the Hot Logic, and they can reheat their food so they don't have to use a microwave. So there's no excuse. You can eat at work. You can eat fresh food at work. You don't have to go out to eat. You don't have to call in Uber Eats. You don't have to call in DoorDash. None of that stuff. You can eat cheaper and better and do a world of good for your health if you stick to the carnivore diet. Just eat the meats. You'll be surprised. So I hope this video shined a little light on the fact that you don't just have to eat bacon and eggs and hamburger to eat cheap on the carnivore diet, regardless of what type of meat you're buying. Unless you're buying a prime cut or Wagyu beef, you're going to be eating cheaper than fast food. So there's no excuses, y'all. Don't be afraid to try it. Come join us. We would love to have you. So I hope this video finds you all in good health. And I am so glad y'all joined me here today. Thanks for watching. And until next time, stop eating processed foods.